Hello there, my name is Rachel. The first time seeing my channel, use review cartoon series, anime series, so something completely random. And today we're talking about an anime called Eden Zero. I'm sorry, kind of strongly saying the name, but besides that, it's the same person who created Fairy Tail. So basically, you expecting something sort of bad or good. It's hard to decide because Fairy Tail is not a good project. Fairy Tail is sort of that kind of mocked anime, but the reason you love it is because you know it's bad. It's just sort of ridiculous, enjoyable, and sort of give you happy feelings. Riding Zero, it's similar to that, but I feel they kind of did got improved. But at the same time, you can't really take it that serious because a lot of things they sort of rip off to so many other shows. In fact, no better yet, this is a show. It looks like when a company trying to be related to young audience and you see what's popular. One of the great examples is one character is basically a YouTuber, but they can't say YouTuber; they call it YouTuber. But on top of that, she also sort of you could say bounty hunter, but stays to entertain people, recording go different situations. On top of that, they brought another idea that they put her in a sort of guild of YouTubers who go out to entertain people, but also keep it saying sort of magic, but it's scientific, so they can have both ideas at the same time. So you don't confuse just it's magic or scientific. Choose whatever you want. On top of all this, you have a sort of main character who is kind of Goku, one Luffy, or whatever main Shonen Jump popular character basically are all the same. Yeah, our main character Ezekiel is that. He is sort of like that, but at the same time looking for friendship and also trying to find Mother, who was the creator of the whole universe. If you find her, you can keep her wish. And that Ezekiel is sort of figuring out to find her and keep his wish to make many friends and also help his kind of family slash friends who are robots and they're dead, trying to resurrect them. Once more, there is a bunch of idea I listed that is just copy and paste, but at the same time, I cannot hate it. It's one of those that sort of struck idiotic genius that you're just having so much fun watching because you can't get mad at this anime. It's just so kind of humble and trying to be kind of serious, but at the same time completely idiotic. Especially Ezekiel, he is a regular sort of Shonen Jump character. And yes, I know this is not from Shonen Jump, but I have to say a Pacific character. He's sort of the young kid Goku because he has no boundaries with people that affect he's so different for friendship because you've been alone so long. He doesn't understand social boundaries. He too close to someone touching people's face, touching women that he shouldn't touch, but he's not a pervert or a moron. He just doesn't know what social things to do the right way. And that you cannot hate the character because he's not a asshole or anything. He just trying to make friends. He also have a very interesting power who could actually manipulate gravity. But I love it that very Pacific that is sort of all magic or old technology he can actually use. That it showed you his kind of gravity powers. That for a biggest example, when he flies, he doesn't fly. He pulls his gravity the direction he needs to. That's every time you see him sort of going fast. He's not fast. He's sort of falling. And the way they move the camera, how they put in the certain direction to give you that sort of clarity to understand he's not flying. He's sort of pushing or basically falling the direction he needs to push the gravity where he must go. And on top of that, he can touch other things or other objects to lose their weight or give it sort of weight. And that was sort of interesting, especially how he used his sort of gravity powers around fight scenes. The fact he uses probably the most creative one that I remember right now is the one he kind of close everybody close to him so he can punch all of them and want one quick swoop to knock them out. Once more, that's why I think this show is sort of fun and interesting. It's not smart, but it's just so creative and just enjoyable and give you the fuzzy feelings. You can't really get mad because it's kind of it's one of those animes that you want to get mad so much, but you can't, especially the other characters like Rebecca. To describe her instead of screaming Bulma from Dragon Ball Z because Rebecca is strong-willed, trigger-happy because can't stop shooting other villains. And also she has a cat called Happy who could transform a robot and also transform in handguns for Rebecca. But at the same time, Rebecca is sort of using kind of Ezekiel to go place to place to get her YouTube career started that she really is struggling. And you understand why she's doing this for a little bit too. She realized maybe I stopped using Ezekiel this way, just be good friends and good YouTube partners. What's more, it's sort of kind of not foreshadow, sort of mimics Goku and Bulma's relationship of the original Dragon Ball. Everything they do goes place to place, stayed in Earth. The fact is sort of outer space. You also playing the ideas of sort of technology or sci-fi kind of ideas. Like episode 3, if I'm correct, they went sort of back to the future sort of scenario, but nobody really knows how it works except for Rebecca trying to figure out how it actually happened. Ezekiel just doesn't know, but he's just sort of doing stupid stuff, and Rebecca trying to help him to stop doing that. Let's go back to the future once more. It's just sort of creative and different. On top of all this series gives you sort of an element of mystery. And that's sort of question where Ezekiel come from, why he used his special abilities, and he knows Mother somehow, because this is sort of reference kind of idea that he is special, but more special than everyone. I mean, yeah, it's sort of cliche, but it's one of those sort of cliche at one actual thing is interesting that he can easily become the backup of this world because he is sort of can't decide the world deserves to live or die, or he become the hero or villain. At least that was the show trying to establish little hits here and there. At least what I understand watching the series. Now, I have to recommend it as well. It's more if you like fairy tale. You really enjoy fairy tale. You really enjoy Eden Zero because it's almost similar, but at the same time did something completely different. Of course, it's kind of hard to defend it because the show rip up a lot of things. It also rip up itself, especially two main characters look like exactly the two main characters of Fairy Tail. On top of all that, you have other characters you're not yet seen that is basically rip up with the old show they made. So yeah, it's one of the shows. Don't expect high art. Just expect to have a little fun and entertainment and some cheesiness. And that's it. It's something that I recommend you just want to have fun or you like fairy tale, you probably like this. But you hate fairy tale, you have a small chance to hating this. But I have to admit, it did improve some things except for the writing. But other than that, I cannot recommend it. You just want to have fun. If not, ignore this. Other than that, I got really nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.